Hello and welcome to the TMP number 7. And today we have a lot of people actually. I am XCOM, and should we just go from the top? Bandle?
Sure.
Mining.
I'm not mining, hey.
I'm not that Kudo.
I'm Reds.
I'm Roby.
I'm a spacewalker.
That's everyone. And TT is still missing. He's still missing in action. We're still waiting for him to come back.
Go ping him.
Yeah.
He's at McDonald's.
Oh my god. But anyways, this week there's 30 videos, or 38 something. And we're going to try to go through them as quick as possible. As usual. It's going to take more than we expect. But I guess we can start from the top. Should we start with number 1?
No.
Yeah,
Play.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah, a video from
Video from Maizuma Games about, he calls it mixed I.O., where he tries to come up with a way to reuse inputs and outputs so you can mix them together. And he uses buds and mostly dust redirection buds to be able to activate an output from and somewhere else, basically. So you can have an input that you can reuse as an output. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're talking about this because that's what we think Peter Jiang used for his turn on and off a redstone block. That's how he detects stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
Peter Chang hasn't actually showed how he did it in his video, but
No.
multiple people have come up with their own designs, and all of them use some sort of buds to detect the lever output. I've seen people use repeater buds, also using dust redirection to bud a repeater, and then the repeater is updated with a lever. And I guess this from Maizuma uses a similar mechanic.
I guess while we were talking about Peter Zhang's video, we can just scroll down to number 36 and just talk about Peter Zhang's video about a really special door. I guess Spacewalker, you're pretty much the expert in doors. You will probably have to tell us about this.
Oh, right. You mean the seamless glass trapdoor?
No, it's a 2x2 in a wall of redstone blocks.
Wait, where? Number 37.
6.
Number
36.
36. Oh, that's... Well, I don't think it's about the door. It's about the lever input.
Yeah, it is, but it's still amazing that he managed to make a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I don't think I've seen anyone do that before. I mean, it does remind me of TNT doors, which have been around for a bit longer, where all of the walls and stuff are made of TNT. But this does take it a step further. I'm guessing it's just a lot of removing all of the walls and the ceiling and stuff, so you're able to actually retract the pistons. Because if you don't do that, well, the pistons are powered from everywhere.
Impressive stuff.
Yeah, it is really cool. I hope he does do some kind of explanation video where he shows off how he does all that.
Probably have to wait for the explanation, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
Next video is from me. It's about the instant hoppers. It's kind of an old video though, from last year. It's just a silly bug in the hoppers, and you can probably abuse it to instant hopper, and it causes issues sometimes. But not that special, I guess. Should we move on to the next video from KK?
Great. Next video.
Wait, haven't
Best
we?
short film ever.
Yeah, I think we started talking about it in the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a great video, you can't read anything.
Oh yeah. Best subtitle.
Best edit 2019.
No, it was still 18.
Still 28. Wow, must have been a really good video. Better than everything else that the entire year. I guess that's. There is also two or more videos just before New Year. Fallen Breath made a video about charged creepers to get skeletons and creeper heads and such. And I think
all heads. He also made wither skeletons and whatever.
True. And also he made an explanation video about how the explosions from charged creepers, how they work. And a really interesting thing about skeletons triggering TNT and getting multiple discs from creepers. So you can make a massive record from single TNT. Yeah, really cool stuff. I think we covered these videos from the last TMP, but I guess...
No, this one I think not. Or did we?
Yeah, we might have, or we might not have, I don't know. But at least they're in the list now, so people can watch them if they're interested. And the next one from John, or Johnny, Spacewalker, is the door.
Yes. So it's the smallest 6x6 door. Well, it is the smallest that doesn't use observers. There are smaller doors that use observers, but those are just flying machines pushing the doors in and out. But people are still challenging themselves by basically limiting what they're supposed to use, what they're allowed to use. So this is the smallest observerless door, and it's a record that hasn't been beaten for 3 years or something. I don't think there's one particular interesting new trick or anything, but it's just a bunch of little things like changing the storage layouts at the bottom and using a bunch of dropper chains to get signals across from one side to the other. Arma does have a explanation/tutorial video on his channel where he basically explains how the whole door works. So, I mean, I'm not an expert at small doors, so if you want to really see how it works, then you should watch that tutorial. But yeah, it is a really cool door.
Interesting stuff. I guess if you're interested in redstone, it's really good for understanding deep redstone and compacting stuff and such.
So, if it's without observers, can you build it in 1.8?
Probably? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe there is a mechanic that revolves around +8, I don't know. Anyways, next video from TT, and
Oh wow, best video.
yeah.
I know, right? Not salty at all.
Well, it's crap. We made a mob switch, or basically two, one in the overworld and one in the nether. I think the nether one failed once, and the overworld one failed twice. So first we used village loaders, then we found out they are broken. So now we're using piston loaders, that works fine.
I guess you can switch it to ender chest loaders now. Your guys are always
you
one
could.
tick behind. What the hell?
I know, right?
On ender chests have problem too.
Well, they are kind of cancer to unload.
Yeah.
So I think pistons are not too bad.
No, it's possible. You just have to get everyone off the...
Yeah, of course. And you need to disable your spawn loader.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But that's not as nice as just a lever.
Yeah, true.
So why did the village loader fail?
Alright. There's a list of how many is it? 65 individual 64 villager positions. And if you have more positions loaded than 64, there starts to be a chance it can break.
Okay.
Basically, and simple, I guess.
Yeah, so if you have your village trading hall in
Yeah,
the end, you're fine.
we noticed
you're
that first it worked fine, and then I think TT went to our trading hall, and then we instantly got mobs.
Oops.
Yeah, that's not so good. But I guess you should mention it also that it's positions. It's not villager.
Yeah, it's
villagers.
individual villager positions.
Yeah, so if you have 200 villagers in one spot, it counts as one position.
Yeah.
But they have to just be standing one block apart, and then that's 2 positions.
And in the Nether, you use villagers or
Yeah.
piston loaders?
No, villagers they have the advantage that they auto-load at the start, or if you reset or whatever. So for piston loaders, we need to reload them, and I build a detector in spawn that detects server reloads.
That's a really cool mechanic. I'm not sure if it's known.
I don't know.
No, it's not known, and no one is using this.
The detector is known. It's just an armor set having frostwalker boots.
True, but no one has ever thought of using it in spawn and detecting a server start. It's never been thought of before. Something that.
As far as I know, there's no way it fails. It only detects server restarts.
Yeah, see, this is something that's not known. Yeah, I guess.
Good to know.
Yeah. Roby's invention. Go make a video.
I know, right? No.
Wow.
I don't even know who showed it first, but it's super old. At least that you can use them to detect reloads.
Yeah, but no one has thought of using it as a server startup detector. So that's, I guess, new. Anyways, Chinese name plus 725. Made it. I don't know what to say. This is the most coolest printer I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's using some kind of sand and soul sand and print stuff. Really cool.
Yeah, so it's like real 3D printers where you need some kind of other material to support the plastic, but then it's sand to support the layer of concrete powder, and then you just drop the sand on soul sand, so you can get rid of the sand.
It's super smart.
Yeah, I remember when first seeing 3D printers, they always printed from bottom to top, which makes it very difficult to get rid of the support material, whatever it is, sand mostly. But he prints from the top to bottom, so the sand automatically falls. And that's a very simple way, actually, to get rid of it.
It's
pretty cool.
Yeah. Next video from Earth Computer. I guess it's his 1K sub special. It's about entity RNG or player entity RNG to make pickaxes reusable without ever breaking them. I guess it's not very practical if you want to keep to 100% vanilla client, but I guess if you're playing on a server and you're allowed to, or I guess you can sneak in as a couple of lines of code into your client without anyone noticing, then you can also make your tools never break. That's pretty cool. But I guess I'll leave the explanation to Earth Computer. His video is still out there. We're still waiting for his explanation. Next one, Iron Farm. I guess this is yours, not.
Wait, which one is that?
Yeah, it's Comet.
500. So basically, it's a 512 village iron farm. 66 seconds per village. Some interesting things he used. Instead of using a minecart to transport the villager in, he used a flying machine. The roof is also, it's pretty good. It's probably one of the best ones out there at the moment. And it's only 5-step.
Use the flying machines to get rid of
to put the villagers in and out of the clusters.
Yeah, but it's to get rid of the bug that they can't control the minecarts.
Yes. Which
I guess it's also good for lag because you have an entity less.
To get rid of the minecart bug, you could also use like a weird way of pushing them, but it's not 100%.
Can't you use water?
Yeah, you could use water too. any other way except minecart where they can control themselves.
You guys should thank Grum for fixing that bug. That was one of the 4 bugs he fixed the day he joined Minecraft.
But I think it's the fastest resetting released 512 village iron farm.
Interesting. And it's really lag efficient from what I've seen comments on iron farms.
Yeah, as long as you don't use like 24 village per cluster, you're good. That's just 22 is like the least you can, and be concentric, anyways.
Yeah, I guess we can move on to the next video. Coolman's video about block texture.
Rotation.
Yeah, rotation. Yeah, he's using the block textures to reverse engineer the player's position. So I guess it's really bad for servers that want to hide their coordinates. Like very few servers, like 2B2T, that people make videos about specific bases that you want to keep hidden. Not very useful for any other means, I guess. Maybe if your server doesn't have the F3 screen, you can probably use this. I don't know. If you
know if it only works in one dimension or if it works in every dimension.
I think it works in all dimensions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I guess we can move on. Yeah, wireless redstone, I guess. 2 videos about wireless redstone. I think they're in reverse order. One of them is for 1.13, the other one is for 1.12. And someone mentioned in the comments about it looks like a redstone EMP, which is kind of a really good name for it. It sends out like a massive pulse that plays a couple of tile ticks of some components and desyncs, so you can detect that and use it as a, what is it called? A detector, global detector around the world. So it's like really simple way to detect updates. And in 13 it even doesn't disturb your redstone, because in 12 it can kind of mess with your machines. I guess that's it about that. And then there's this video, the next video from Serpent Dagger.
Yeah, that's a snapshot one.
Okay, we can skip that one, I guess. And yeah, there's another video about delay. I don't know why you guys added this stupid video.
Why did you make it?
Oh my god, stop. I just wanted to point out that this is a really simple 3-way, I don't know, really simple flying delay. People can use it for flying machines, and in the video there is like something I missed that you can make it even more compact. But I don't know, some people might find it useful. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. Ray's video. Ray's works. I guess someone else might want to talk about this. I'm not really 100% sure. Reds, you know more about this stuff than I do.
Me? No.
Oh, the glitched items?
Yeah, glitched items, yeah. No, that was Ronnie. You know about this more.
What? Alright. No, I think... where did you put it in? I think in enchantment table? Or something?
Yeah,
I think it's an enchantment table. If you put it in, like shift click one item or something like that, you delete the NBT.
So I guess you can get like non like survival items in survival.
Yeah.
Like weird books and stuff.
Well, they just have different NBT. The items are not that special.
Yeah, I suppose.
No, it's not useful.
But yeah, normally you can't get them.
I guess not that super useful though.
No.
And I guess we can move on to Jamal 106. Is that Jamal?
Yeah,
J-A-L?
I think so.
Yeah, he made a really cool printer. Super fancy, sleek, with wool. Resettable. It prints one sheet of wool and it resets into the wool back into the machine so you can print another image. Really complicated printers. People are making these printers.
I think it stores which block is where, right? So it can sort it back.
Exactly, so it's really complicated.
I don't know exactly, but how else would you define what colors were?
You make a wool detector?
Yeah, how?
Maybe he stores whatever
Yeah,
he prints and then
that's
reuses
what
that too.
I think that's...
I haven't seen the video, but that's how I imagine he would do it.
Yeah, it must be. I mean, it looks
I think he
gigantic.
stores it with concrete powder. Like he stores the color that he used with concrete powder. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
There is
It's
probably
amazing.
a computer behind there. Yeah, there is probably a storage system, a computer storage system that like stores the data and then probably sorts it back. It's amazing that he managed to achieve it and like it can actually sort the wool blocks back. Something like that has never been seen before, I guess. And then Warbin. Oh, that's a name that's not been heard in a while.
So basically, it's a 256 village. I think it's just like a redo of his Iron Underground 2 or whatever. Like he released, but this one he optimized it for 1.13, so it has new spawning floors and all that. And he just went with the flying machines again, but it auto resets. So it's just more of an advancement to his previous stuff that he was working on. Pretty neat, I guess.
And you said he doesn't use tile entities, I think.
Yeah, no tile entities are in the farm.
Yeah, looks interesting. 1.13 Iron Farm was like not that interesting, I guess. Not a lot of people to play 13, but I think this is one of the only rare ones that work in 13. But I mean, generally, 13 Iron Farms aren't the same. Aren't they the same as 12
Yes.
ones?
Like everything's the same except you have to change out for the fast ones anyways the spawning floors
Oh, I see.
because they don't spawn in blocks anymore. So, but according to like I think Nuke and them were talking about it, it's actually better. And Iron farms are actually faster instead of worse. I don't know. I haven't tested 1.13 or anything like that.
That's interesting. I guess next one is a snapshot video, but I guess you could use the concept from Mango, the melon farm. It's a simple melon farm. I think the concept has been shown before.
Yeah, he tested it in 1.12 even to show that it's less laggy in 1.12.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, it's sweeping it left and right instead of going one direction. So it's, I guess, a interesting concept. And the next one from Spacewalker. Oh, we have the.
Yeah. So this is the fastest stupid hipster door. So that just means all the wiring is below the floor. And I guess the innovation here was actually pushing pistons into the floor to speed up storage of the bottom two blocks. And that just means you can retract the top two blocks a lot faster. So that means the opening is just 12 game ticks, I guess. And the closing can't really be improved. It's 6 game ticks. So that's basically as fast as you can push it up. Yeah, just uses a bunch of 0 ticks. And I don't think the opening can really be improved. It can get any faster, but I don't really have any like proof of that it can't be faster, but it would be insanely hard.
0.45 seconds. That's super fast.
That's wrong.
Yeah,
stop bullshit.
I know it's kind of stupid, but the door community has this habit of just not counting the last piston retraction. It's like the timer stops when the last retraction starts, rather than when
I
it's
know, right?
actually done.
What?
It's a little bit silly, but I mean,
Why?
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
they're retarded.
People have told me that it used to be that the blocks actually disappeared at the start of the retraction, so you could actually walk through as soon as the piston started retracting, rather than when the retraction stopped. But I don't know if that's the case.
I don't know. I still
Most
vote for just reset delay. How fast you can clock the entire door.
Yeah.
Much more interesting.
Crazy stuff.
I guess it's. I never count like reset time, but it's
Yeah, I
usually
know.
not
Nobody
that
does.
long. Yeah, I don't think it even makes sense because you're. I mean, maybe it's interesting information for sure, but it doesn't make much sense because you're talking about the door opening, not the machine being finished. If you know what I mean.
I don't know. You can turn it like open in like 1 second, and then it takes 10 minutes until you can use it again.
I mean, that's like an extreme case. Of course, that would be bullshit. But that's never the case. So
I know, right?
in most cases, anyway. There are insanely slow doors, but most of them are fine.
I guess we can move on.
Yep.
Cactus farms. I guess we can talk about all the cactus videos in one go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one video from Mango. He looked into cactus farms again, I guess due to reasons of 1.14 content that's coming out. Then he made another video that he went through all the suggestions and comments in his comments of the previous video and did improvements, and there was something about factions, faction hoppers and stuff like that.
There were like people claiming factions is the best.
Yeah, something about faction hoppers. I'm not sure what the discussions about factions hopper were. And then TT made an improvement on the cactus farms that Mango showed. So it's like a couple of cactus improvements. Interesting that the content about cactus farms have been not too interesting until 1.14 composter block that came out, and suddenly cactus farms became really hyped.
Well, and people found out, I think after Mango's video or whatever, that you can zero tick the blocks below the sand to make it grow faster. And
Yeah,
now, yeah, that was only the sand below, I think, and now even people figured out if you zero tick rails or something besides the cacti.
Yeah, we should mention the names though. The person that invented the rail thing was Sicril.
Yeah, and pushing the sand block.
I think.
Was that the same guy that made the chorus?
It's Toes Redstone.
Yeah.
And cheater codes according to El Mango.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People that looks into it that when no one else were looking into it, I guess. Interesting stuff, really interesting. I mean, it's not too useful if you're not playing 12, but I think it's like 13 content. And it might be fixed in the nearest future, who knows? We never know. You never know with this with the developers. They fix stuff randomly. But let's hope they don't. I guess we can move on. I'm not sure what this I haven't seen this video actually. From Mood Immense. Okay, so this is a little bit bad. Kind of awkward. I've totally missed this video. Sign and quote back in. Maybe we can just skip this video and then we can come back to it. Have anyone seen this video? I haven't seen this. Oddly,
okay, he does some stuff in the world, and then he crashes the world, and the stuff he did prior to crashing the world is not there anymore.
Oh yeah, I saw the video. I was a little bit confused what was going on.
Yeah.
So he found a really strange bug about.
I think science, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a bug in science.
Yeah, kind of.
Something about science causing glitches in the world. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can move on. Pingo made a flying machine, a chest system. Really impressive.
Super useful.
Yes.
You never know. No,
Just in case you need to go really far but can't leave your cycling system behind. Now you can move it with you.
yeah, exactly. I guess we should mention it. It's a chest system that can follow you around, and then you can cycle the chest minecarts so that you can access all of the chests in the tape. But I mean, this is the kind of stuff that is really useful for I don't know, a flying machine map, like for example Missile Wars or something like that. I could imagine that some people might actually implement these kind of flying machines for a map, just out of the coolness of it. And I think this is the reason that Pingo makes these. And maybe we are not seeing the maps being used because we don't play these maps, but maybe Pingo does. There isn't.
I did play them.
Oh.
For some time I was the best player on Cube Crowd, I think. But yeah, that's super long ago.
I mean, even if it's not useful, it's some really cool tech.
Yeah, it's the same as doors.
Yeah, exactly. They're not really useful, but they're really cool.
Really cool, yeah. Yeah, next one is a bug. Yeah, I don't know. There's a bug where the player chunk map, the loaded chunks around the player is a little bit offset by one block, and how the chunk maps update. I guess it's already Grum already saw the code and he sent a thank you and he fixed it in 14, so it's gone in 14. So if you play 14 snapshots, you will probably see this bug gone. But in 12, it's just have to keep in mind that sometimes the chunks don't properly align. And the next one is about ender chest loaders, so they can keep chunks loaded. But I guess not super deep stuff. I guess we can move on.
Yeah, you just need to be careful to not have ender chests in your storage system that load other like chests or hoppers or stuff.
True. Just don't fill your storage system with ender chests. Which is kind of silly. You want your ender chest to be in your storage system because it's kind of useful, but this is the one time just reloading kind of can screw you over.
I guess you can just always carry an ender chest with you.
True.
Who doesn't do that already?
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people even have ender chest in your
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
And sometimes people even use it to align items. So.
Oh yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, Dragon Eggs.
Next one from Dark Shulker, Nether wart farm.
Man, that's so smart. I don't know. I never saw it. He has another wart farm, but only a normal railway. So to slow down the minecart, he puts a furnace minecart in front.
Yeah, like your mango should.
Yeah. I think the furnace minecart trick and combined with note blocks to use the hitboxes of the last stage of the Nether wart. Really cool concept. I really like that.
And it's pretty small.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't frankly like this type of farm because fortuning the Nether wart, in my opinion, is the best way to do Nether warts. It's a bit more costly. You probably need 2 players, but I mean the output is very much so in favor of anyone who's using the fortune pickaxe to get the Nether wart, contrasted to the 1 player, which is 2 Nether warts per plant instead of getting 3 to 4 Nether warts. It's almost twice as fast. and even then you can even RNG it to get up to 3 times as much efficiency out of the Nether wart farm. So it's I don't know, it's just, I guess, personal preference, but this is cool stuff, I guess. Next one from Reyes Works. Oh man, get someone else to wait.
It's a brewing stand, and if you like shift click items in and out or something, you can make bigger and bigger stacks.
Yeah, I think he showed a video about this way back, yeah. I guess this is an update.
Yeah, well, as soon as you drop them, it's only in your inventory, basically. If you drop them, it's multiple stacks. And if you pick them up again, it splits them. I think you can keep them if you give it to zombie.
Yeah, not too
So
useful.
yeah, if you collect different items, I guess it's good, else it's super useless.
Oh yeah, there's another Cactus video which we already talked about, and then settling. He always makes these crazy videos. Command
He's
blocks.
so smart, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this video is crazy.
But I don't know about this one though. This is pretty much snapshot content. This is not.
No,
No,
this is
1.13.
It's
Oh,
1.13.
okay, it's 13. I thought he used the new, what is it called?
Data packs.
Yeah, the data pack stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
in
it's 13.
Let's see. The data packs are already in 13. I thought it was 14. Sorry, I'm completely lost.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so
Yeah, the
instead
data
of
packs
using-
sped up the whole thing quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think he made one of these. So he emulates an Atari 2600, and I think he made one of these a while ago.
Yeah.
And
with
it
common block.
calculated like
common
one
block.
frame in half a minute or something.
1 frame
and
per
now it's-
4 minutes. If I just watched it.
Oh, right, it's even slower. See, and now he sped it up to 1 FPS, which is quite a significant jump.
It's because he can use a data pack, right?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think that's what the main what made it faster.
He even made a record, I think. How's the game called?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
some ant game, yeah.
Yeah, so we're
Drag
recording a
race or whatever, I think.
Yeah, some drag racing game.
I don't know if it counts, but it's interesting that he made a world record about it.
Yeah, some people say it's a tool-assisted speedrun, but it's kind of a gray area.
Well, he didn't submit it, so nobody cares.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the next video. Fallen Breath. One of the people playing on the Chinese servers. He probably made the most interesting TNT duper I've ever seen.
Well, it's like a standard world eater, but instead of like dropping it all the way down, he holds it, so he uses a second flying machine to catch it, and then so it doesn't need to go down as far before it blows up. So it's like 25 blocks, and you would need clearance for. So in the Nether, it's really good, because again, you'd only have to dig out 25 high, then you could just do your standard trenches in a world eater. So it's really compact.
Very cool, yeah.
He only released one for 1.13, but I'm sure it'd be really simple to just change it over to 1.12.
Yeah, there's one link in the comments that leads to a GIF, I think, of someone that showed that for 1.12 like last year,
What?
I think.
All you'd I didn't know about that, but all you'd have to do is change out the dupers, really.
Wait a second. So this concept or this flying machine have already been in 12 for years, for a
Yeah.
year, and
Yeah,
they haven't made a video about it. Oh, that's a shame.
I've never seen it.
I'll find the link.
I guess it's worth that we can add that link later if anyone else wants to
Yeah,
go
sure.
see it. Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of people thought about this, but the thing is that no one knows about this. If you fly a flying machine, it expands the extended block storage. It's an insignificant amount of lag that it causes, but I mean, still, you're extending the block storage, so it's... I'm not sure if it's adding lag, but I mean, you are still
Yes.
extending the block storage.
Yeah, so someone showed that in May last year, in May 2018. So it's been around for a while.
I mean, it's nothing insanely smart.
No.
I don't know, you just take a duper and put a different machine below.
Yeah. I guess no one did it, but it's really useful though. Good for Nether, if you don't want to remove your bedrock. Which is, in my opinion, the worst thing you could ever do. Why would you never want to remove the bedrock? Bedrock is there to be removed, what the hell. I guess we can move on. Akron made he made a sand duper about twice as fast. I'm not sure. Is this is using the end gateway generated by the dragon, right?
Yeah, he shows both, I think. One that uses the standard end portal and one that uses the gateway itself in the end.
Yeah, they're pretty quick though. Dupes both sand and concrete. Then we can move on. Oh yeah, this is TT's cactus farm, but we already used it. Or we talked about it before. And then Tickman88 made a XP storage from the furnaces in 13 that you can store all the accumulated burn from these furnaces, and he used the cactus trick from that was shown earlier by Mango, that you can actually use them in spawn, and then you can store a large number of XP. And then if you want to repair tools, you can just open the furnaces and toss the items, and you will get instant XP from these furnaces to repair your stuff. Pretty cool. Almost at the end of it. Just 4 more videos. Next one, I guess. Man, come on! So what
I
else?
didn't even watch it, I think, I don't know.
Oh, there's Shulker box, what is called crafting setup for 2 items.
Basically, it's like Paula's, but instead of it has 3 circle boxes, so 2 that you'd get items out of, and 1 that you would put whatever you craft.
Yeah, I guess it's useful for crafting multi-recipe items. And the next one is from PG Chang, the redstone block, the door. We talked about it already. Spacewalker, this is another door.
Yep. So this is a small 3x3 glass trapdoor, and this is a really interesting one because usually for glass doors, what people do is they use a flying machine or a large extender to just push all the door blocks off to one side and then push it back. He uses a clever system of double extenders and triple extenders to basically push all the blocks into one corner and then pushes them out from there. It's a really interesting concept. It's kind of fun to watch, honestly, and it's insanely small, so that's very cool.
And super slow.
Yeah.
It is insanely slow. I think it uses like hopper timers to activate circuitry over and over again. I think just based on how the signal strength decreases. Yeah, so that's basically a way to reuse stuff a lot, and that makes it very small. So very small and very slow.
Yeah, it's super slow. Oh my god.
It's even slower than the flying machine doors that people have. It's crazy.
I guess if we want to make it a very slow door.
Or if you don't have any room for it at all.
Yeah.
I guess it'll fit in.
I guess we can move on to Razeworks showcased the flying machine from Pingo and Zoom Strike. The 5 blocks per second flying machine. They compacted it, and it's super small now. And
right.
yeah.
It's smaller, but not super small.
I mean, it's super small. Like for what it does, it's incredibly compact. Incredible. The first iteration they did was gigantic. It was like at least 4 times bigger, and making it as compact as it is right now for the speed that it actually does, I would say that it's really impressive. And they're working on making this flying machine also combination with the other flying machines that are going to the world and for Project Horizons, the Zero Access project. So they're trying to make these flying machines go faster to the end. I mean, I can't say anything about this is a really cool project, and probably the one of the cooler projects that are like long-term projects that are ongoing in tech servers. So let's hope that they actually reach the goal.
Yes, and Zoomstrike also did a video about it a bit later.
He did? Oh, I looked at the video link, and there's video links in Ray's works. I guess we could add that video link from Zoomstrike, right? Before you,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. So next is TT's Birch Leaf Farm.
Yep. Really?
So it's like the fastest leaf farm out there. It's pretty interesting because it uses a lot of niche things like hitboxes and etc. as well as dispensing pumpkins. I think that was pretty cool. I never saw that before. How it was used.
Cycraft has one also. Methods, I think, came up.
But I think it's only like it was like 3 or 4K an hour. This one's 12K, so it's pretty insane compared to anything.
He made a new one. I think that's like 7 or 8K or something.
Method?
Yeah, that's using the new pumpkin trigger, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, we needed one, so there's a 12K one now.
Ah, reminds me that I need to release the video as well. I think I used one that uses clickers, but everyone hates clickers.
Oh, that one. Stop it.
I don't know, man. Why do everyone hate clickers? It's this weird thing where people love everything. Yeah, but that was the last video, and there is also the video. I guess there is going to be 2 GIFs or GIFs or however you want to name it, and one from the video that was about delayed drop from the TNT, and one from the for the cactus using rails that they can update and cause the cactus to grow faster. But if you're interested,
yes,
go and watch. Yeah.
Also, the video from Zoomstrike is added.
Oh yeah, the last video from Zoomstrike explaining the flying machine, I guess. That was that. I guess anyone else have anything else to add?
I want to say what you're doing or whatever. What everybody's working on.
Oh, yeah. What are you guys working on?
In TC, we were building a wall. We ran out of netherrack, so we pretty much finished a nether perimeter.
Oh, nice. Anything special going on and undocked, Robbie?
I don't know. Well, I'm doing some random stuff. And I think someone is actually doing flower perimeter after 10 years.
That's
and alright, we made a blaze farm.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we have to look forward to that.
Farm, right?
I don't know when we make a video. I don't even know if it's completely done, but I think so.
Yeah, I heard that you guys finished it in like 1 day or something, amazingly fast. No life.
Yeah, Nessie no life did.
Wow, really?
He streamed the whole thing. He like streamed pretty much the whole thing.
Wow, really crazy.
Yeah. The video will release when KK is finishing his short film on other stuff.
I know, right?
Couple years maybe, of course.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth mentioning right now, but there's also some trickery to do with the LCG hacking, so I'm looking forward to that too.
Oh, yeah, that's neat. Anything else?
Spacewalker, anything about doors?
I'm working on a 5x5 that'll be the same speed as the 2x2 hipster. But that'll take a while. And that'll basically probably be the fastest possible a 5x5 can get. So.
Interesting.
Also, for those wondering, land mining, I think his power went down at the beginning, so that's why he's not there.
Anyways, thank you all for coming here, and all the people that is watching as well. If there is anything, just go click the video links if you're interested in all the detailed stuff as usual. And there will be video links to all the people that are here about their channels if you're interested in watching their content as well. And make sure to apply to Dugged.
I know, right?
Of course.
Of course.
Also
Okay,
leave a comment to tell TT to come back.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
important.
Yes.
TT.
Alright, now we even have automated thumbnails.
Oh right, that's super nice. So you can actually
I
see.
know, right?
Yeah. So the blurred out videos in the background, that's actually the real videos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Super fancy. Robbie made that.
Now you just need to go automate the background video.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That would be pretty insane. Like you could take if it took just random clips from the background from the videos.
Yeah, that would be cool. So Robbie, go fix.
I know, right? Man, shut up. Go do yourself.
Yeah, and also don't forget also apply to TC. They're also looking for members.
Yeah.
They're closing tomorrow.
Whoops.
I know, right?
Well, stop salt.
Okay, I need to go watch the Super Bowl now.
Okay.
I know, right?
It was fun having you guys. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.